Hello, it's me, Scott the Hedgehog. I bet you thought I'd gone away or something. Well, I have been having a little bit of a holiday, but in the meantime, I've been playing Minecraft. Oh, have you ever played Minecraft before? It's very, very good. Yeah, so what I've been doing, I've been playing Minecraft, and I found out that there's all these exciting, secret, super hard to find, super rare mobs, right? So I've started getting some of them. I haven't got them all yet, but I was so excited. I wanted to show you and share some of the ones that I've done. So come on, I'll show you what I've done. Minecraft time. Right. This first one, can you see it? I bet you can't. That's funny. Well, you can see a little bit of it, because look, can you see that? There it is. There it is. It's moving. This is actually an invisible spider. I thought it was funny to start off at the beginning with an invisible one. but it's not totally invisible. But we started here though because after a certain amount of time the spider will become visible again. So I didn't want it to be visible. It wouldn't be any good being able to see an invisible spider, would it? No. So that's the first one. That's the invisible spider. And can you see where he's got cobwebs and stuff in his enclosure? It's like a little zoo here that I've made for autumn. Now let's have a look. Let's have a look at another one. Let's have a look. Right. We'll head all the way to near the entrance. Right. Here we go. Ta-da! What do you think to that? Do you even know what that is? I bet you don't. Well, it is rare. It's definitely not the rarest. In fact, I think it was the third one I got. But this is a sniffer. Can you see why? Look how big his nose is. That's probably why. But yeah, this is the sniffer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you guys on a rating of easy, medium, hard or master, just how hard it is to get each one of these mobs. So the first one, this one here, the sniffer, I'm going to say it was easy. This was quite an easy one. It didn't take too much trouble to get it. So that's the sniffer. Let's go and see some other ones, shall we? Right. Now, do you know what these ones are? No, wrong. They're not just cows. They're not just ordinary cows. That wouldn't be super rare, would it? These are mushrooms, and specifically, these are brown mushrooms, and why that's special is because it's very hard to find mushrooms normally anyway, and then when you do get a mushroom, you've got to get a trident. You've got to get a trident, and you've got to go to the enchantment table, and you've got to get the channeling enchantment, and you've got to click through it loads of times until you get the right one, and then when you've got it, you click on it, and that means then the trident has the channeling on it, and then you've got to wait for a thunderstorm, and then you've got to get the brown mushroom struck by lightning. Whilst throwing the trident at him. So it is very complicated to turn a normal mushroom into a brown mushroom. But look, not only have I done it once, we've managed to do it twice. So we've got two brown mushrooms. So I think on a scale of easy, medium, hard or master, I think I would have to say that these ones are actually hard. They were definitely hard ones to get because of all the extra things you had to do compared to some of the other ones. So I'd say the brown mushroom is hard. Yes, definitely. Right. Let's have a look at the next one then. See what's next. Oh, exciting. Well, I haven't actually got this one yet. But Actually, I'd kind of wanted to show this one when it was full, so sorry about that. But what it is, can you see from that sort of the way it's designed? It's actually supposed to be for an Enderman, but not just any Enderman, an Enderman holding a mycelium block, because that makes it super rare. Well, there's a reason why this particular combination is so rare. You see, a normal Enderman is quite common. Obviously, you see them quite a lot, and then an Enderman holding a block is a bit less common, but they still do that plenty. But an Enderman holding a mycelium block is rare because no mobs can actually spawn on the Mushroom Islands. That's the only place where the mycelium blocks are. You see, so they have to spawn kind of near the Mushroom Island, then go over to the Mushroom Island, and then take the blocks. So that's pretty much impossible to happen, I think, to be perfectly honest. And because it's basically impossible, what you have to do is you have to go and get the mycelium blocks yourself, and then trap an Enderman around a load of them, and then try and make him take one. But even then, he doesn't always do it. So it is a bit tricky, this one. That's part of the reason I haven't got it yet. But there'll be something exciting to show you hopefully next time. I think. So I'm not going to rate this one yet because I haven't actually got it yet, and it might be easier or a lot harder than I'm expecting. So that's the Enderman's enclosure anyway. Right, I'll show you the next one. Now, if you don't know anything about Minecraft, you might think, oh, Scott, that's just two little green frogs. What's difficult about that? I bet there's millions of green frogs everywhere. Frogs are always green, and that's a very common colour for frogs, and I bet there's millions everywhere. Well, no, you'd be wrong. You see, the weird thing about Minecraft is that most frogs in Minecraft are not green. They're brown or grey. You see, and that's what most frogs are. So it's easy to find a brown or grey one, but you try and find a green one. Oh, believe me, it's not easy. So what you have to do is you have to get to the tadpoles, and then they have to become frogs in cold, icy water. So you have to take the tadpoles all the way to something cold, some waters up in like the snowy mountains, and make them grow up there, and then they become green frogs. So it's not the most complicated thing in the world to do, but because they're quite easy to get, but it's a little bit of a pain having to do it all. But overall, I would describe it on the scale as easy. So although they're quite rare, I would still say that it's easy to get them, especially compared to some of the other ones. Right, I'll show you the next one now. I bet you can't guess what it's going to be. Ta-da! Do you recognise this guy? This is actually a pillager. Now, to make him super rare, we have to turn him into a peaceful pillager. But he isn't that yet, because you can see he's still got his crossbow, and he's not attacking. So at some point we have to let him try and attack us and break his crossbow. Then he'll become a peaceful pillager. So this one's kind of half done, because we've got the pillager and we've got him in his enclosure, but we haven't made him peaceful just yet. So I don't think I'm going to rate this one yet until I've turned him peaceful. Then I'll tell you next time how difficult he was overall, I think. But probably quite easy, because getting him there in the first place was easy. Right. And now, check out who we've got in here. There's two in here, and actually it's two different ones. There's two. This one here, this one is the jungle villager. So in Minecraft, there's actually two rare types of villagers. There's lots of villagers, and they're not rare. But these ones don't spawn naturally. You see, this one here, this one is called the jungle villager, because he has to be born in the jungle biome, and you've got to get some villagers to go into the jungle biome and breed in the jungle biome to make the jungle villager. You can't spawn them from eggs, or you can't just, you know, make them instantly turn into jungle ones. You have to do all those things. So first you've got to find some jungle with a village nearby, and then you've got to take the villagers to the jungle to breed, and then eventually they'll make a jungle villager, and that's what we did. I would say it was hard-ish, but I'll tell you about the other one as well. So this one is called the swamp villager. Now it's a similar thing to the jungle villager. You've got to get some villagers to go and breed in a swamp, and when you do that's when they turn into swamp. They have little baby swamp villagers like this guy here. The only thing that's a bit tricky really is that actually finding any swamp in the world was very, very, very hard. I had to run around for well over an hour just trying to find any swamp at all, and apparently it's only like 2% of the entire world, so it was actually very hard just to find some swamp in the first place, before we even tried to get some villagers and try and started breeding this guy. So I would say that probably, although they're both very super rare, the jungle villager is probably quite easy, really. I would say overall easy, but I would say maybe but I started to find the jungle do that, so I'd say it's probably a medium difficulty. But the swamp villager, he required a lot more work. And actually, I think when I was bringing the first one back, I think he might have even fallen out the boat, so I had to get another one as well. So with all that considered, I would have to say that he would be master difficulty, because he was hard. Yes, so that's my two villagers, and you can see they've got purple and green beds, and actually it's funny because they actually go to the right beds. The jungle one goes and sleeps in the green one, and the swamp one sleeps in the purple one. Right, I'll show you. Right. Oh, I bet you can guess what this one is, but I bet you don't know exactly what it is. No. Before you say, oh, Scott, that's just a panda, they're super common. Well, have a look at it. It's not any ordinary panda, is it? Look at its nose and look at its eyes. It's a snotty-nosed panda. Also known as a weak panda, because I guess it's got a bit of a cold all the time. It's a bit poorly, and it only has half the health of a normal panda. That's why they call it weak. I do really like the pandas because they're lovely, and you can see we built them an enclosure with some nice bamboo, and if you want them to breed, just out of interest, they have to have bamboo about, but you have to also have more than one panda, of course. It can't breed on its own. But I would say actually this one was almost probably the easiest of the easy, so I would have to say this one is definitely super easy. Yeah, easy. Oh, and what do you think this is? I know what you're going to say. Oh, Scott, that's just a normal goat. And it sounds a bit like a normal goat right now, doesn't it? But it's not. It really isn't. It's probably a bit shy. This is a very rare goat you can get in Minecraft, and it's called the screaming goat, because occasionally it mows and makes crazy screaming noises, not just normal goat noises. But he's probably shy now and won't do it because I've just said it. Come on, Mr. Goat. I'll try and get him to make a weird noise. I don't know if he will or not, but he does it all the time. But as soon as you turn the camera on to show people, then he probably wants to be quiet. There you go. Did you hear him? Did you hear him? See, told you, screaming goat. He wasn't. You don't have to do anything crazy like breeding them or anything. You just have to go and find them, and you can find them in the world. But it's just that most. Look, there he goes again. You see, most goats don't scream. But the problem is that you can see he looks exactly the same as a normal goat. And that's what makes it so hard to find a screaming one. You have to go around punching them a little bit just to see if they go meh or if they go ah! so and do a scream. So we found this one and he definitely screams, so we put him in here. I would say it was quite easy, but not super easy. Not as easy as the definitely not as easy as the panda, but still easy overall. So I'd say it's an easy. And then, check out this guy. Now, this guy was very, very difficult to get. You might think, oh, is he just a spider? No. Is it just a skeleton? No. It's both. It's what's called a skeleton spider jockey. You see, can you see? Look, he sat on top of the spider. Not only that, he sat on top of the spider holding a bow. These guys are very hard to find. They do spawn naturally in the wild, but the chance is like quite low. I think it's like about 1 in 100 or something like that. So you don't get them very often. And then when you do, they often die. And if you try and trap them, they run around like crazy when you try and trap them. So you can't put them on a lead or do anything like that. So it's really, really difficult. And then when you finally do get them into a box, if you're not careful, the spider will climb up the walls and he'll suffocate the skeleton. Then the skeleton will die. So needless to say, it did take quite a long time to finally get this guy. We had several of them spawn and turn up, but they either got killed by the sun or suffocated in a blood block, or they just despawned after a certain amount of time, because you've got to name tag both the skeleton and the spider to be able to keep them. Oh, and reminder, all of these mobs have to have been name tagged. You have to name tag your mobs, otherwise they will despawn. And can you see how he's going up here? You see, it's quite clever, because if you put normal blocks, the spider will suffocate the skeleton by climbing up the wall. But if you put them in glass blocks, then they see the skeleton's okay. He can see through them and he can still breathe. So that's the skeleton spider jockey. Cool, isn't he? I would have to say that he is a... Well, he definitely wasn't easy. He definitely took a lot of work to get. And you wouldn't believe how much. So I'm going to have to say he's definitely master. Yeah, definitely a master one. Well, that was the last one of my mobs for the moment. But I do want to show you something else that's cool. Yeah, if you follow me, I'll take you to show you something else. Oh, look at this guy. He's turned all invisible again. Now he just looks like an ordinary spider. I said about that, didn't I? Right, off we go. I just want to show you this one thing before I end the video that I think is also something that you would like to see. Because look at all these things. This is my world, and in the distance is my house. You can tell because it's all to tartan, just like me. Look, here's all these animals that we've got, and all sorts of cool things that we've built. And look, just in the distance there, can you see it? That's my house. Can you tell? Because it's the same colours as me. It's tartany, and look, there's a big golden castle up there. Yeah. You see, this is all the cool things in my world. Oh, and here's a happy gas just floating about, being happy. Oh, and here's my one near my house. Look, he's got a little. Yeah, Elliot's happy gas are over there. Look happy because Elliot plays on this world with me too. With me too. He's called Happy. Elliot's Happy Ghast is called Happy because he looks happy all the time. And my one's called Rupert because I thought that would be funny. He's called Rupert. Right. If we just look down here, I wanted to show. Look at this. Ta-da! It's a brown panda. Now that is rare. You have to you can't just spawn one of them from an egg. I tell you, you've got to breed pandas together for a while, and then breed like snotty nosed ones with other ones, and it takes ages. But it was hard. It was hard to get. But look, brown panda, and he's here with his bamboo and all his little enclosure, looking happy. Oh, and did you know that the brown panda has a 1 in 256, that's right, 1 in 256 chance of spawning? That's crazy. You wouldn't believe how long it took to get one of those. I would definitely have to say that the brown panda is also has to be classed as master. Definitely master. Now, if you know anything about Minecraft, you might be thinking, oh, Scott the Hedgehog, you're so dumb. And these, playing in creative mode, these mobs aren't super rare. Well, I did it for fun. Because and you wouldn't believe how much work it still goes into it even when you're playing on creative mode. So don't tell me that I can't have fun, because I found doing this ever so much fun, and I think you would too if you tried. Thank you for watching, and guys, don't forget to subscribe to the Golden Cat channel and give us a like, and join us again for more Minecraft videos, where once I've got some more mobs, I'll show you some of the other exciting ones I've found. Can't wait. Bye.